Good evening, everyone. This is Akash, faculty at Vision Defense Institute. So I'm very happy to see everyone virtually meet. So as my famous quote goes, that is, learning is a continuous process. So learning can be done anywhere because we are in a digital world. So learning is one factor which can be done anywhere if you have a smartphone with you, or even it's not only about the smartphones which you have. Even you can learn from the people around you. Even you can learn when people are not around you. Even because you learn from your experience, you learn from the happenings around you. So to put in one point, I would like to say that learning is a continuous process, can be done anywhere, anytime, and by anyone. So today in this webinar, we are going to see correct approach to an examination. So, what is an correct approach? What can be done? What is the correct approach you can do once you want to approach to an examination? So, in my opinion, start with I would like to say that first of all, you ought to know what is the exam which you are going to face. For example, a student is studying in his fourth standard and he could not go and he should not go and read the syllabus for a 10th standard or at least for third standard examination. So first of all, you have to know what is the exam or what is the thing which you are going to face. First factor which has to be noted down here is the what factor. So what is the first exam or what is the exam which you are going to face? So now during this pandemic, we have been faced with many online classes and as well as many test series coming up. So the students should know what is the exam which he is going to face and what subject he has to do it. So one factor, the first factor which he has to make sure, or the first factor which he has to clear in his part, that is what is the exam which he is going to face. The next one is how he is going to approach it. So for example, he is going to attend his mathematics examination. He has to know what syllabus is that and what are the things which you're going to ask and what are the important questions or what are the formulas. So considering mathematics, the formulas are one which play a very important role for anyone. So he has to know what is the formula and he has to know what are the things which are very important for an examination, being it a mathematics examination. Be it an English paper, he has to know what are the rules for grammar, he has to know what are the things which are being importantly asked for. For example, if it is a polity paper, he has to know what is the important schedules, what are the important parts, what are the important fundamental rights, and what are important fundamental duties. So these are the things which he has to know or he has to know before going to. So next slide, which is in front of you, it's about how. So how he is going to prepare for it. So considering the topic, that is the correct approach to an examination. So in my point of view, I like to say that how. So what is the next factor comes is here? How he is going to do that. For example, he is going to attend a mathematics 12 papers, 12 standard mathematics examination, then he has to plan it. So how he is going to approach it. One factor which is very important here is planning. So he has to plan it. Like, yes, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to do. First of all, planning is something which will make a person move forward. So there is another quote saying that action speaks more than words. So first of all, he has to plan because you may have 100 directions to go to your destination, but you have to choose the right path or the right way to achieve your destination. So you may be going in the right path, but hard work and smart work is something which will help you to achieve your goal. So how you move towards your examination is one important factor which is very important for an person who is going correctly towards his goal. The next most important I would like to come up is the strength and weakness. So you should know the strength as well as his weakness for an examination. For example, a person attending his civil service exam or the combined defense services exam, he should know the strength. What are the areas which is being in strength, or what are the areas of improvement, or what are the areas of learning, so that he can improve his marks in the upcoming examination. So these are the things which has to be followed, and the weakness areas has to be put some more time so that he makes up his makes up his standard and achieve the goal. And in the part of strength, he has to build up more on his strength and try to score the maximum answers for the strength. So the last point which one has to consider while approaching an examination is that the time factor. So it's not that you are running against the time, you are running with the time, but the most important thing which has to be noted, or the most important thing which has to be caution, is that time is time and tide wait for none. So in that case, you have to be careful, you have to plan it, you have to give correct timing for everything so that you achieve high things. So put everything on point. That is how to approach an examination. One thing is that you should have a positive approach. That you should always believe in yourself. That yes, I will achieve and I will do it. So whenever you feel low or whenever you feel doubt in yourself that whether I could do it or not, the answer should be always yes, I will do it, and I'm the one who's going to do it. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, it is always you who has to believe in yourself to achieve great things. So the correct approach, in my point of view, is something called positive approach. The planning and executing a thing, and the last most important is that you have to believe in yourself. So with this, I come to the end of my webinar. So I'm open to questions now. If there is any questions, you can come up in the chat box, or you can open your mouth. I mean, you can switch on the mic and ask me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Jai Hind. Yes, good evening. So I have a question now. What made you choose this topic in this pandemic? Because we all know that we have been in a pandemic situation where the pandemic is something called a disease which is spread all over a community or all over the world. So in that case, everything is made digital, even the classes. Because before this lockdown, when it started on 22nd March, before that everything was a live class. We were in our class, we were having a formal interaction with our friends, we were having a formal interaction with the teachers. But now everything has changed. That is, everyone has made to sit in a classroom. I mean, sit in your home where you are being asked to sit in front of your laptop or in front of your smartphones. So the reason why I chose this topic, that is a correct approach to an examination, because as I said in my previous webinars also, that I have met lots of people, because I am a faculty at Vision Defense Institute, and I have been seeing people all over the all classes. Like we train people for NDA, we train people for CDS, we train people for AFCAT, and also SSP to join the defense forces. So in that case, I have seen people who have done hard work. That people used to sit day and night. People used to sit and read everything, but they don't have the correct approach. That is the right way or the right path to achieve their goal. Yes, of course, I definitely say that all the people, most of the people whom I have seen, they all do hard work. That is, they sit day and night. But they, some people, but not everyone crack the examination. The reason being is that they don't go in the right path. Like they don't solve all the question papers. Everyone just starts to read the notes given to them, or read the question, or read the books. They start reading only the books, they start revising. But the one thing which I have seen, the major mistake or the major area of improvement for the students which I have seen, is that they don't see the question paper. So this is something which have made me to choose this, choose this topic, that is the correct way of approaching an examination. The next question, that is, can you kindly say what is the optimum time for a perfect preparation? So in my opinion, I would like to say that the optimum time is generally what you should decide. So in my opinion, I would like to say this is the perfect time, because during my webinar also I came with a one of quote that is, time and tide wait for none. So it is you who has to choose the right time, and it is you have to train your mindset, because you may have your exam tomorrow, and today you would have been in a particular situation like it is inevitable situation, but still after the situation is over, you have to sit and study for examination. So the perfect time, in my opinion, is something we have to choose. It can be any time, even it may be early in the night or morning 4 in the morning or evening 6. But at the end of the day, it is our mindset who has to speak. So I have a famous quote which I would like to quote here. That is called, "It is you." I mean, the quote is, "You have to always study for your knowledge. It is not that you have to finish up the syllabus." So it is a wonderful quote which I like it. That is, you have to always study for the knowledge. You have to always study for yourself. Not that you study for finishing of the portions, or you study only to write in the examination. So the optimum time I would like to suggest is that it can be any time. Your optimum time can be the time when your mind is ready to learn new things. Yes. The next question is, with the bullseye, justify ideas abiding to this statement to the topic. Okay. So the question is, justify your ideas abiding to the statement and the topic. So to put in one word about the statement, that is how to the correct approach to an examination, is that always focus the goal. Always focus the goal, that what is your goal. Just fix your goal, that if you want to become an officer in the Indian Armed Forces, just fix it. There may be many paths, but at the end of the day, the right path to the destination always helps you. So the correct approach always, you may face many obstacles when you go towards your goal. At the end of the day, you should believe in yourself that yes, I could do it, and I am on the right path. Yes, of course, we have to get consultations, or we have to get guidance from our mentors. But at the end of the day, it is you who have to choose the right mentorship in achieving your goal. So the next question is, do you think being in a relationship will be a harm for exam preparation? So, in my opinion, I would like to say that when you are having a harmful relationship, for example, if you are having a what to say, expected relationship, like you are being studying for an examination and your friend calls you, it may be, your relationship can be anything. It can be love, it can be love with your parents, or it can be love with your friends, or it can be love with your children. So anyone, so everything in the world is relationship. So once a relationship affects your exam preparation, is definitely harmful. Harm. For example, you are studying for examination, you are studying for important examination, that is a UPSC examination, but you once get a call from your friend asking you to come out for outing or come out for a movie. So in that case, you say to your friend that, buddy, I have my examination today, I could not come today. And if he accept that, okay friend, okay buddy, finish the examination and we shall meet it after the examination, if it is not a harmful at all. But if the relationship prompts you, or if the relationship harms your mindset, like, what is this? He is not accepting with my thoughts. So in that case, being a relationship is something called harmful for your preparation. So having a harmful relation, I mean, being in a relationship will be harmful for exam preparation, something which we have to decide. The next question is, what is your suggestion for the dietary intake during exam preparation? So I will suggest to have lots of water, because water is something which will keep us hydrated always, and it will always help us to reboost or renovate our brain always. So I suggested having a sip or two every half an hour during your preparation, and having a light food like you can take fruits, or you can and taking intake of carbohydrates can be reduced. It can be reduced to half, I could suggest, because these are the things which will make our brain to shrink or make our brain to dull down. So the correct or the best dietary intake for examination I could suggest is having a glass of water. Having a glass of water always will help you to renovate your mind. It will always help keep you hydrated, and all, of course, having fruits. Education is to kindle the fire and not to fill the. I mean, what's your opinion, idea about this? So, according to me, the one thing which I want to share is that is called the famous quote which I told, that is, learning is a continuous stage. Because we are in a digital world, it's not only that, only when you have smartphones with you, you can learn. You can learn from the people around, you can learn from yourself, you can learn from the experience of others, you can learn from the experience of yourself also. So in that case, education, a person being educated should implement in his life. For example, in our education system, we are taught that fire is something which will harm us. But if a foolish person goes and fiddle with fire, or if he goes and burn himself, then I could say that he's not educated at all. So in my opinion, education is something which has to help you in your long-term goal, which has to help you in every part of your life. And of course, it is, should not something which should help us to fill our tummy alone. It should help us to move forward in life. Because what are the degree which you are getting, like BSc mathematics or MSc mathematics or something else? At the end of the day, that part of education or the piece of paper which you have got as a graduate should help you move forward in your life. For example, you have been in a tough situation, like you are asked to take an important decision in your life, like you had to choose among your friends whom you should carry forward towards your goal. In that case, your education should help you to choose the right person or choose a right life partner in achieving your goal. So these are the things which will. So in my opinion, I would like to say that education is something which has to help not only to fill your tummy, it has to something which has to help in every aspect of your life, even till the death. It has to something a learning. Learning is something a continuous process. You learn each and every second of your life. It's not that the digital world has come and you learn from the smartphones alone. You learn from the classrooms. Nothing. Not at all. You should learn from the parents. You should learn from the people around you. You should learn from yourself that who you are when you are alone. Yes. So the next question is, can you mention any of your best and worst personal situations of your life in terms of preparation? Yeah, of course. I like to present one situation that during I'm a defense aspirant. I've been preparing to join the Indian Armed Forces right from my 10th standard. So the best part of my preparation is that I have given my NDA examination 4 times, and now I'm giving my CDS examination. So this is the third time I'm going to give my CDS examination. So during my NDA examination, I gave it 4 times. I could clear only. I could clear for 2 times. So the UPSC NDA examination I cleared for 2 times, and CDS which I've been preparing now, I have given it twice, and I have not still now I am yet to clear the CDS examination. But sure, I will just clear it in the coming time. So the best part is that in all these attempts which I gave for the UPSC examination, I never gave up. I always believe in myself. Say that after something called Air Force Common Examination Test, this exam is something which is given by me 3 times. The first time I scored 119 out of 142, cutoff for 142. The second time I scored 145 out of the cutoff of 152. Still then I thought 155. I was cutoff short of 11 marks. So no problem. I just talked to myself. I just boosted up myself. I just told to myself that yes, I could do it. And the next time, the third attempt, that is last now October when I gave the examination, I got 151 out of 155. Still then I was lack of 4 marks. But still I did not lose heart. I was having a scale in me like, yes, you have done well. Because the first examination I was 190, 145, then 151, and I'm sure in my next attempt that I'll clear it. So these are the things that are definitely boosting me up. So best part, I could say that in all these attempts which I given, not only that I have gone to SSBs, also the service selection board and got screen dot twice and conference out one. So in all these attempts, which is making me to move forward is something called my self confidence and my self determination. So these are the things is helping me to move forward always. And the worst part, I could say that I don't say it as a worst part. I'll just say it as a learning stage. So everything was a learning stage for me. So I learned from each and every situation. I had many, I mean, many personal issues. Like I had the pressure from my family side, pressure from friend side, but still, at the end of the day, it was me who stood by myself, and I always prefer to move forward because I always used to see the best in everything. So best in every situation helped me to move forward. Yes. Thank you very, thank you so much for your patience in listening my session, and thank you everyone. So I think I have cleared everyone's doubt what is the correct approach for an examination. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And with this, we come to the end of the session. So let's meet tomorrow also in the same time. Another one webinar. Till then, have a nice day and good day. Thank you. Jai Hind.